Welcome to my English learning channel. Today, we are going to enjoy another interesting story together. In this session, I will tell you a story about the country of Australia. This story is designed to help you improve your English listening skills in a natural and relaxing way. So, sit back, listen carefully, and try to understand each part without worrying too much about every single word. Let the story flow, and let your ears get used to the rhythm of English. Are you ready? Let's begin our journey to discover the beautiful and fascinating land of Australia. Australia is a country that feels like a whole world of its own. It is both a country and a continent, surrounded by the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. Many people call it the land down under because it lies in the southern hemisphere. When people in Europe or America have winter, Australia enjoys summer. Let's imagine a young traveler named Emma. She has always dreamed of visiting Australia. One morning, she books a flight to Sydney, excited to explore this amazing country. Her story will help us discover the beauty, nature, people, and culture of Australia together. When Emma lands in Sydney, she immediately feels the warm sunshine on her skin. The air smells fresh, and the sky looks incredibly blue. She takes a deep breath and feels happy to finally be in Australia. The airport is busy but friendly. She hears people speaking English with a unique accent. Australian English sounds cheerful and a bit different from the American or British accent. Emma takes a taxi to her hotel, and the driver greets her with a big smile. He says, "Day mate, how's it going?" Emma laughs softly and replies, "I'm great, thank you." She learns that Australians often say mate to mean friend and G-day instead of hello. It sounds very friendly and easygoing. From her hotel window, she can see the Sydney Opera House, one of the most famous buildings in the world. Its roof looks like big white sails floating on the water. Near it stands the Sydney Harbour Bridge, a giant steel arch connecting both sides of the harbour. At night, both the bridge and the Opera House light up beautifully, reflecting on the calm water. Emma decides that her first adventure will start there. The next morning, she walks along the harbour. She sees people jogging, drinking coffee, and talking with smiles. Australia is famous for its coffee culture. In cities like Melbourne and Sydney, people take coffee very seriously. Baristas are skilled, and cafes are cozy. Emma orders a flat white, which is a creamy coffee drink that started in Australia. The taste is rich and smooth. As she sips her coffee, Emma thinks about how modern and relaxed the city feels. There are tall buildings, clean streets, and people from all around the world. Australia is a multicultural country. Many Australians have roots in Europe, Asia, and the Pacific Islands. You can find all kinds of food here, from Italian pizza to Japanese sushi and Indian curry. After exploring Sydney, Emma takes a flight to Cairns in northern Australia. She wants to see the Great Barrier Reef, one of the most amazing natural wonders on Earth. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest coral reef system in the world. It stretches over 2,000 kilometers along the Queensland coast. When she arrives, she joins a boat tour. The sea is turquoise blue, shining under the bright sun. She puts on her snorkel and jumps into the water. Colorful fish swim around her, and corals glow in different shades of red, orange, and purple. She feels like she is inside a dream. The guide explains that the reef is home to thousands of marine species, but also that it needs protection because climate change and pollution are damaging it. Emma feels inspired to learn more about how to protect the ocean. That evening, she visits a local market near the coast. People sell handmade jewelry, boomerangs, and paintings made by Aboriginal artists. The Aboriginal people are the first inhabitants of Australia. Their culture is one of the oldest in the world, going back more than 60,000 years. Their art often uses dots, patterns, and symbols that tell stories about nature, animals, and the dreamtime, which is their spiritual belief about how the world began. An old man at the market smiles at Emma and says, "Every has a meaning. Every color has a story." She listens with interest. Through his art, he tells stories of kangaroos, emus, and the land. Emma realizes that Aboriginal culture is deeply connected with nature. They believe the land is alive, and humans are part of it, not owners of it. The next part of Emma's journey takes her to the Australian outback. The outback is the vast desert area that covers much of central Australia. It is dry, wide, and full of red soil. She joins a small group tour and travels by jeep for hours. There are few houses, but plenty of open space. The guide tells her that some people live hundreds of kilometers away from their nearest neighbor. As the sun sets, the sky turns golden, then purple. The group stops to camp for the night. There are no city lights, only stars shining brightly. Emma looks up and sees the Milky Way clearly for the first time in her life. It feels magical and peaceful. The guide plays a didgeridoo, a traditional wind instrument made by Aboriginal people. Its deep sound echoes through the desert night. The next day, Emma visits Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock. It is a giant red rock that rises from the flat desert. It is sacred to the Aboriginal Anangu people. They believe it is part of their ancestral stories. Visitors are not allowed to climb it anymore, out of respect for their culture. Emma walks around the base of the rock, admiring its color that changes with the sunlight. She feels calm and full of respect. Later, she travels south to Melbourne, a city famous for its art, music, and lifestyle. The streets are full of murals, musicians, and creative people. She visits a museum, watches a street performance, and joins locals in a small jazz cafe. She notices how people in Melbourne love to express themselves through art and fashion. One weekend, Emma joins a trip to the Great Ocean Road. This scenic road runs along the southern coast, offering stunning views of the ocean. She stops at a viewpoint to see the 12 Apostles, tall limestone rocks rising from the sea. The waves crash below, and the wind feels fresh. Nature here is wild but beautiful. Australia is not only about beaches and cities. It also has unique wildlife. Emma visits a wildlife park where she sees kangaroos hopping freely, koalas sleeping in eucalyptus trees, and wombats walking slowly. She even sees a platypus, an animal that looks like a mix between a duck and a beaver. She learns that Australia's animals are very special because they cannot be found anywhere else in the world. One day, she joins a volunteer program to help rescue injured koalas affected by forest fires. She learns how important it is to care for the environment. Many Australians are passionate about protecting their nature. Recycling, water saving, and clean energy are part of their daily life. During her travels, Emma also meets many friendly locals. Australians are known for their humor and positive attitude. They often say, "No worries," or "She'll be right," meaning everything will be fine. This easygoing spirit makes life feel lighter. After several weeks, Emma realizes she has learned so much more than she expected. She came to see a new country, but found something deeper: a love for nature, respect for culture, and appreciation for diversity. On her last day, she sits at Bondi Beach, watching surfers ride the waves. The sun sets slowly, painting the sky orange and pink. She thinks about all the places she visited and the people she met. She whispers to herself, "Australia is not just a country. It's a feeling." As she boards her flight home, she carries with her not only souvenirs, but memories that will last forever. The warmth of the people, the vastness of the land, and the calm sound of the ocean stay in her heart. If you ever dream of traveling, Emma would tell you to put Australia on your list. It is a place where nature meets culture, where adventure meets peace, and where every sunrise feels like a new beginning. That is the story of Emma's journey through Australia, a country full of wonder, life, and lessons for everyone who visits.